Hello everyone, welcome to another video. It's me, the Geek Daddy. We're playing a bit of Fernbus Simulator today. On today's video, we're starting another new series, which you may have seen the title screen for. It's the A to Z Challenge series. Other content creators have also undertaken this challenge. For me, I actually did something weird, and and I asked Google with their AI engine Gemini whether doing an A to Z challenge series for Fernbus Simulator would be a good idea, and helpfully it told me it would be a good idea. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to give it a go. I have recently restarted the Fernbus Simulator game, and as such, some of the stops are not unlocked. So I figured we'll do an A to Z challenge across Europe by coach, and as we go, we'll try and unlock some of the stops as well. So it will basically just be a whole new playthrough, unlocking things as we go. This is our coach here. We're driving a VDL bus today. It's one of the ones that I like quite a lot. It's quite nice to drive. There aren't ever a lot of differences in the coaches on this game, I found, but you know, hey ho, we'll get onto it. There might be subtle differences, but I'm not aware of them. I'll get on the coach. I'm using the controller, and I've got a keyboard as well for some functions. Not a mouse though, because I haven't got enough things, ports to plug stuff into the Xbox left. So we'll do that. We'll close our front door. I'll pass our driver door, whatever you want to call it. We'll get the engine started. It doesn't need to be a neutral for. There we go. We'll get the lights on. We'll get our wipers going as well on the minimal setting, because it is snowing. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. We're aiming for a 7 AM departure. I don't know what time it is now. 6:48. So we'll make our way to our stop from the depot to pick our first lot of passengers up. We are running an express service, and we are going, if we log in, we are going from Aarhus to Bremen. I'll show you on the map. So Aarhus is where I set my home depot. Other stores are available. I just realised I've named a hardware shop. So our depot, whatever you want to call it, is here in Aarhus, and we're going to this stop. And we're going from Aarhus on an express service. We're not stopping anywhere else. All the way down here, past Hamburg, and we are going all the way to Bremen. That's our stop today. A to B, Aarhus to Bremen. So it's quite a journey. So we'll go and pick up our passengers now. Let's get ourselves into gear for a start and take that off as well. While we're there, get our service on. We're express number 42. I've just made the number up. All the way to Bremen. And make sure our aircon is on. Just see I am increasing that there. I'm using the keyboard to do so. We'll make it nice and warm. 21 degrees, there we go. That should be on. I'll just double check by going into the cross menu as well. Okay, that is on. There we are. Right. Let's get underway. The camera will self-adjust in a second. If I zoom out. Get out of here. Don't think anyone's going to let me out. If I remember rightly, I want to go left. So I am going to need the van to move. We've got some early morning traffic. I do have the traffic set at 70, so it's not the full amount of traffic. It's certainly not a minimal amount. It keeps things fairly challenging. It's fairly busy. If I indicate, they might think about letting me out. I think I might have to stick my nose out and just hope for the best. Oh, come on, seriously? Nobody's going to let me out. That's very rude. Come on. Oh, they're literally going to crash into me because they won't let me out. I'm going. You can wait. I'm not going to have enough room. He's crashed into me. He's literally crashed into me because he didn't want to wait. That's incredibly rude. My steering should auto-adjust in a minute. Or the position of the driver's head anyway. I'm not zoomed in. It's fine. We can adjust it if we need to, but I think we'll be alright. Go and pick our first lot of passengers up from our depot around here. I'm using a steering wheel. It's not a force feedback wheel or anything, it's just a cheapy wheel. Well, I say cheap, it wasn't. It's the overdrive, the Hori overdrive wheel. It's fairly reasonably priced and it's compatible with most games, but it's not like a force feedback where it's nothing fancy. It's basically a wheel shaped controller, and it works for everything that I need it to work for, so I'm not going to argue with it. Do I want a force feedback wheel? I did buy one, it didn't work. I couldn't get on with it, so I've gone back to this one. I'm keeping this one for now. It does what I need it to do. That's the important thing. I'm going to be on the wrong side of things, so I'm going to have to try and turn around so that the door is facing the passengers. Try and just ease ourselves around here. It's quite tight, this stop. If we do it slow enough, we'll be alright. There we go. That was nicely done. We'll stop there. We'll put our handbrake on. We'll turn the engine off as well. Open our doors. And we will go. That's not a bad stop actually. I'm a little bit over out of the marker, but it's agreeable. They're happy. They just want to get in out of the cold. Yeah. Yeah, you're going to Bremen. Oh, you're not. Okay. Well, you're at the wrong place, mate. Brilliant. I've just earned rewards. That's great. That's what we really needed. Yeah. We're all going to Bremen. I'm doing this very quickly. Just checking everyone in. Yep, you're going to Bremen. Where are you going? You're going to Bremen as well. I think that's everyone, isn't it? Apart from him. He decided to turn up for a bus he wasn't due to get on. There's always one. Shut those back up and get back on our bus. There we go. Let's close our doors. Like so. Get our engine back on. We need to go into neutral for that. What what we also need to do is we need to select start ride, like so. That just checks us in with the central control, I suppose. And we're good to go. We are not due to leave until 0702. It's 6:56. We can skip ahead to a minute before departure. We'll do that so that we're not sat here waiting. There we go. Let's get our safety announcement underway, which will happen in German first and then in English. So just sit and let that play. While we do that, let's get those monitors down for the customers, so that will raise down. So the monitors are on, as you can see. It's come up with a little window to say the passenger monitors are on. That shows information to where they're going. We'll get the reading lights on as well, I think, and that, because it's dark still. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. It's still fairly dark. We are almost ready to go, I think. We'll get the handbrake off. And I think we'll just make a move. We'll get going. We're in neutral, so that would help if we put ourselves in gear. There's quite a lot of traffic on the road. It's early morning rush hour traffic, I think. But once we get out onto the motorway, we should be alright. Let's hope that we can get out. No one's going to let us out again, are they? So rude. Come on, let the bus out. I think I might have just hit that van. I'm not sure. It's a bit close. We're glad to have you on board and that we can get you to your favorite destination today. Before we set off, we would like to share some information about the journey. I don't know why they're all jerking forward like that. Seatbelts is compulsory on board the bus. Therefore, please keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the entire journey. In the seat pocket in front of you, you will find our information card containing further safety. Hopefully we've got enough room to get out. I don't hit anything. There's a restroom located in the rear. Me hitting the curb slightly. Quite narrow this bit. The internet free of charge. Simply log on to our onboard Wi-Fi network. If your battery runs out, no problem. Many of our seats are equipped with power outlets, which are marked accordingly. If you would like to book your next journey while you're on the road, trying to leave enough space here, but smartphone, so you can take advantage. As you can see, it's quite busy. We're stuck at some lights. Now we've got the announcement in English as well while we're waiting. I'm going to let this guy go a bit far ahead just to give some space. Traffic. I mean, we can turn the traffic down if we need to. I'm not going to do that because the sort of stop-start of commuter traffic I quite enjoy. Probably in real life I probably wouldn't. I'd be infuriated, but such is the way of things. We've got 607 kilometres to go. It's a fairly long distance, but we'll knock those miles off, or kilometres off, fairly quickly. We are apparently going left here. Don't know what this guy's doing. I think he wants to come into this lane, but he's not doing so. I don't know what he's doing. I might try and get round him, I'm not sure. He's driving a Honda. It's not a Honda, it's a unlicensed version of a Honda, but it's definitely a Honda. See, that light's going to change and I'm not going to be there for it. So I'm going to try and just squeeze round. There we go. He wasn't moving, I took the advantage. There we go. That was alright, that was nicely done. Got another red light here. We don't get penalised for going through red lights on this one. But it's still road safety and all that. We're gonna play it realistically. We're gonna avoid going through red lights and stuff if we can. I really do enjoy this game. I've given it a wide berth for a little while, but actually the discussions we've had on my Discord about the game have drawn me back to it, and it's not a bad game. Yes, it has its bugs, it has its niggled. None of them are necessarily game breaking, but as a driving simulator goes, it's one of the best on console. I feel. Could it be better? Yes, probably. But it's not, it's not Alaskan Road Truckers or Truck Driver the American Dream or any of those games that have suffered from poor dev support. I mean, Alaskan Road Truckers, yeah, we're not going to go into that. But if you want a game to kick back, relax, and just have a nice chilled driving experience, then you can't do much wrong with buying this one. Although it's not trucking, it's coaching, busing. It is a solid game. It's a lot of fun, and it looks great as well. I mean, that's the other thing. It doesn't. I don't think this game gets the love it deserves. And hopefully, by watching these videos, it makes you think, oh, actually, I'd like to give that a go. I'll pick that up. One thing I will say though is the DLCs are a little bit on the expensive side. I wouldn't, unless you really want the buses, the extra buses, I wouldn't necessarily advise getting them, because the bus packs are expensive for what they are. The DLC, the map DLC, I definitely recommend getting that. There's Norway and Poland, or Denmark and Poland, I think it is. I definitely recommend getting those too, because it does extend the map out by quite a lot. There's a lot of places to see and visit and drive to. Definitely worth doing that. Right, that moon's looking pretty impressive up there. It's a nice clear morning. It's not quite sunrise yet, but I'm sure that will happen soon enough. We have got our lights on. We'll get up to 100 kilometers per hour. That's our speed limit. I'm just going to indicate into that lane. I have to overtake. I'll stay in this lane for now. We do have cruise control as well. If you're using a keyboard, you can activate that by pressing T. T for Tango. Which I will do now. Give my foot a rest. So having done that, I do need to brake. So maybe we won't stick the cruise control on just yet. Still quite a lot of traffic on the road. Yeah, we can tweak the traffic and turn it down. I have it at about 60 to 70 is what I found sort of an ideal middle ground, so that it's busy at certain times and not at the others. Turn it down much further than that and it becomes a bit too quiet. Turn it up and it becomes crazy busy. Someone's had a crash there. A little tap or something. Be careful of that. There are events that happen in the world as well, so there will be like road closures, accidents and road works. there'll be fires and things as well. I've seen that happen. Random occurrences that happen. I haven't seen any for a while, to be honest. It is a fairly busy morning out on the roads. I think my microphone's going to pick that. See what we can do. We'll continue on. We've got 557 kilometres to go. We are due there at 13:43. Whether that's the same day, I don't know. We've left nice and early, so we could do 554 kilometres in, you know, however many hours that is, from 7 AM to 1300 or 1 PM. I can't work it out. I'll probably work it out by the time I get to editing this video. Let's see. So I'm just staying in this lane for now, until there's a need to overtake something. We're doing a good speed. We're all right. You can just see the sky starting to glow in the distance on the left as the sun's starting to come up. It's quite a nice effect. I do like that. So we are heading into the sunrise, so we may end up getting blinded by the sun as it comes up. We'll have to put the sun blinds down if need be. Let's see what happens. Not snowing at the moment, but there is water on the windscreen, which the wipers are periodically wiping away, just like that. Almost on cue. Pretty good. So that's why I've got the wipers going, just to wipe that water off when it's needed. And obviously, because we're in January, I set the date to pretty much today's date, so yeah, we're in January. There is snow on the road, which we do need to deal with. I'm going to try and pass this tanker as soon as I get an opportunity. Traffic coming up on the left. As soon as I get a decent chance to overtake, I think I'm going to go for it now. Get past this oil tanker. Give myself enough space in a minute to pull back in to the middle lane. Like so. Oh, hello. Traffic slowed down now. So it's going from 3 lanes down to 2 and then back up to 3. It's a bit of an odd one. There, you can just see the sunrise happening now in front of us. Quite a nice effect. Although red sky in the morning, shepherd's warning apparently. But it is looking pretty neat. It's a nice sort of effect as we drive into the daylight and head towards Bremen. We've got 500 and something kilometers to go. We're doing all right. No accidents yet. Oh, we've just tapped someone then. That was just because I looked out the window to see what there's some banging going on outside, and I've just looked out the window. suffered a little accident as a result. Slow down there as we're coming onto this little slip road. So we've come off that motorway and I believe we're going to be joining another one now. Just like so. And we're going to go past Colding. So the game does have a little bug at this sort of area where as we approach Colding it starts to sort of lag a little bit and the FPS goes a bit jumpy. We'll see if it happens. But it's not game breaking. It's an annoyance, but it's not game breaking. It's just one of those things. I think because the map is so large, there are points where it needs to load, and it possibly one of these points where it loads the map. And as it does so, it starts to get a bit jumpy. So you can just see it starting to happen now at this junction here. Just starting to do that. See, it's not. I mean, it's not great, but it's a minor thing. I can live with it. It soon sorts itself out, just like so. That's normal. It's just that junction there. So if the developers do end up watching this video, they can be aware of that. I'm sure they already are. We sent a load of stuff over a while back to them. Whether they have taken it on board and they're working on a fix or not, I have no idea. I'm not even sure they're still developing for this game. It'd be nice if they were, if they're still supporting it. So we may struggle with visibility as we're driving into the sun here. Or into the sunlight. Might be alright. It's very pretty. I do like it. With the snow and the early morning sun. It does look very nice. And since the road is a bit clearer and it's opened up a little bit, we might stick the cruise control on just to rest my foot. We'll stay in this lane for now. If we pass this traffic on the right. Now, one of the other things I like about this game is that the different parts of the map have their own sort of characteristics and scenery, different sort of assets, warehouses and things by the side of the road. There's even a few airports that feature with Lufthansa planes. I can't remember exactly where they are, but they are in the game and they do feature. There's one particular part of the motorway, I think it might be here actually, where there is sometimes a plane parked up. A big old Lufthansa jet, which is quite cool. There are various like little landmarks and things to see, and having those included really adds to that level of realism. One of the things I didn't like about, for example, On the Road was that you're driving through Germany, yes, but there seem to be an awful lot of trees, and there are trees on this, as you can see, but there's another layer of sort of variety as well. If we were to go down to Switzerland and drive through there, it would be vastly different to how this part of the map looks. We will get to Switzerland at some point, and other parts of the map as well. Luxembourg, Paris, France, Poland. We've got Poland now. I haven't actually gone into Poland on this game yet. We'll get there. Try not to hit the central reservation there. So it looks like we've got some kind of farming equipment over there, some class equipment. That's pretty cool. I didn't realise that class featured in the game. I don't know if it is actually licensed equipment or whether it's got a different name written on the side of it. We'll have to have another look someday. I just spotted that as we were going past. Players of Farming Sim will be familiar with class farming equipment, of course. I've even got some of it on my farm. Got another tractor there in the field. Not moving. Don't think it's moving anyway, but it's there, parked up. Looks like a John Deere or something. Might even be a Deutsch Fahr. They're a German brand, aren't they? So we do have man trucks, and I think we've got Scania in this game as well. You can't drive them, but there is AI. There's a couple driving past us now. I think the developers managed to get the license from them, because I think, is it not the same team that did On the Road? I don't think it is. I think it's a different developer that did On the Road. The publishers are the same though, I think. Might of course be talking nonsense. Who knows? Got some nice European flags there. Apparently I'm speeding. I didn't even know I was speeding. Didn't notice the speed limit change. We'll come off the cruise control now. It went down to 80 and it's gone back up. So we might be alright actually. Passengers telling us off for going too fast. Do you want to get there or not? We'll accelerate up to our speed. 100 kilometers per hour. 100 kilometers per hour. I'm not sure what the conversion rate. I think it's about 90, 70, 80, something like that. I'll figure it out. I did used to know it. I think it's like... Oh, I don't know. I'm not going to do it now. I'll do it later. Or I could ask Google, of course. Okay, so I figured it out. Actually, I asked Google. 100 kilometers per hour is equivalent to 60 miles per hour. There we are. Or 62 miles per hour if you want to do the full conversion. So now you know. I don't know the formula for working it out. But yeah, it's good to know. We're doing 62 miles per hour. And the sun is right in my eyes in-game. So I'm having to concentrate on the lane so that I don't crash. I could try and get the sun visor down, but it doesn't come down far enough, I don't think. Just gonna have to try and manage it for now. I mean, it's a nice effect, but it is a little bit annoying. There's no setting to turn it off either. There used to be, and then they changed the settings. So you can't actually change as many settings now as you used to be able to. I do wish they would reduce that down a little bit. So a little bit on the tricky side. If it's going to go wrong and we're going to crash here. So we need to concentrate a little bit. Doing alright. The sun goes behind those trees, it does help. And if we turn away from it, that would be even better. Could just stay alongside that truck. That would have helped. Tanker. We're alright. We're managing. I will try and bring the sun visor down, I think. Go to the cross menu. No, it's not that one. Yeah, it doesn't come down far enough. It is fully down, but it doesn't come down far enough to help me. Probably more for the passengers than anything. Poor old driver just need to put on sunglasses. We're a bit alright. So what have we got? We got 311 kilometres to go. Knocking off the miles quite readily now. Kilometres even. Oh no, what's happened there? I reached for my coffee and mounted the central reservation, which is not a good idea, is it really? Don't reach for coffee when you're doing 100 kilometres an hour on the motorway. Or the Autobahn, or whatever you want to call it. I don't think it's the Autobahn yet. I don't think we're quite in Germany yet, are we? Let's have a look at the map. If we can get the map up. So I think we're just coming into Germany now. Kiel is one of the northernmost cities in Germany. I think Flensburg is not Germany. Kiel probably is. So we're just coming into Germany. Which makes me wonder whether there'll be a border patrol, border crossing area with a toll booth or anything. There are toll roads on this game. Or whether it will just cross it unceremoniously and just be there without realising. We'll see. Get around this corner without hitting anything. There we go. The sun right in our eyes again. I think we may be into Germany now. What's this guy doing? Oh gosh. Roadworks. Okay. So they've decided to do roadworks. We're having to come off the motorway and follow the diversion. I wasn't expecting that. Just quickly make adjustments. Oh, I think I hit the sign. I took the sign out, I think. Oh well, never mind. Oh gosh. A light accident? I wouldn't have called that a light accident. Oh dear. What have we done? We were going way too fast. And we've hit that van. It'll be alright. You can claim on the Flixbus insurance website. www.notachance.com. We are going right. We're following signs towards Kiel, but we're not going into Kiel. Which is slightly alarming. I haven't planned to stop there. Driving it into the sunlight again. I have no idea if I'm in the right lane or anything. I can't see. Slightly annoying. I might just get over a little bit so I don't hit any oncoming traffic as I'm trying to I think that bus, that truck, sorry, I think that truck just went for a red light. We're just waiting for the lights to change here. That's a great view. They're trying to get alongside us here. We need to be careful. Just need to be aware that that van is there. Oh, hang on. I've lost control. What happened there? I've no idea what happened there. Whether that was a bit of dry ice or anything like that, or black ice. Dry ice? Not dry ice, is it? Black ice. There we go, the lighting's changed a little bit. Don't know what's going on there. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Seemingly sort of lost control for a little bit. Anyway, we'll be alright. I don't think the passengers noticed. $235 to go now. Doing alright. So we had a beautiful sunrise and early morning bit, and now it would seem, now that we're at 10 o'clock, we've got a little bit of rain happening and the sky has gone a bit grey. Weather is changing dynamically. I don't know if we'll get a full-on rain shower or rainstorm, thunderstorm, anything like that. We'll have to wait and see. Got those wipers on minimal anyway, just to keep the water off the windscreen. The water effects on the windscreen are quite cool. I mean, they've done, they've done some good work. I just need to fix the little bugs that are here and there. That's all I need to do. So we've now got Bremen coming up on the signpost, which means we are getting closer and closer. We're coming off and going to the right and this way. Apparently I'm speeding. I don't know why I'm speeding. Apparently I was speeding there. Didn't even notice. So 178 kilometres to go past this truck. Just going to stay in this lane for a minute now. Okay, I think we're going to have to get ready to overtake or something. We've got an oil tanker and that in ahead of us. Oh, he's moved over, that should be alright. See how we get on. Okay, right. We'll move over ourselves into the middle lane. I need to make sure I'm in the right lane here. Yeah, a number of times I've been sat in a lane and it started to diverge and I've had to go across quickly in an almost illegal manoeuvre. I'm actually pleased that I'm getting it right today. I'll start to slow down because this road is bending around here. There we go. 80 is the limit. Until we can get onto this section of motorway here. I'm not sure if we're due to take a break at any point. Yeah, we are. We're supposed to take a break in a minute. But I don't know that we're close to any service station where we can take a break. I'll have to have a look at that. I'm in the wrong lane, so I need to get over. Yeah, there we are, that was nicely done. Let's just quickly glance at our map and see if we can find. This is us here. So we do have a services area coming up. So we'll head for that. We'll take our break as scheduled and then we'll head into Bremen. I just need to make sure that I don't miss it. I have a habit of aiming for the service centres for a break for the passengers and myself, and then missing them as they approach and just carrying on. Need to make sure that we concentrate enough that we don't miss it. Those indicators are a little bit loud, but, you know, it is what it is. So there's a fire. I'm going to slow down so we can look at it. So it seems to be a fire on the roadside there. The overhead gantry is on fire. So that's one of the random events that can happen. There can be fires. There can be car fires, gantry fires. Yeah. I wasn't expecting to see that, but there we are. That just goes to show that there are random things that happen. So it looks like we've got a police check as well at the services, so we'll make ourselves available for that. I need to get... Yeah, I know I need to take a break. I need to get over. No one's going to let me over. Coach. I thought he was going to let me in. Clearly not. He must be from a rival coach company. We'll have him later. So we are being asked to stop by the police for a police check. One of the other things that happens. Just pull into here. Like so. I don't recall. I've never had a police check where I failed it in this game, so it just seems to be sort of a superficial thing. Yeah. It's a good thing he stopped me, really, because I would have maybe forgotten that we needed to stop for a break. So we need to pull into here, left, without hitting anything, and park up, turn everything off, put that on, turn that off, open that one and that one. Turn those off. And then we get up, we walk out, we hit that, and we take a break. So everyone's going to go to Fat Right for some snacks over here, look. And then they're going to get on the bus. I'm going to check them. Make sure they're all present and correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So check all our passengers back in. And you, love. I thought we had more passengers than that. We don't. We only have 11. Quiet early morning service into Bremen. So they're all checked. And we can continue. So we sit back in our seat. Turn everything back on again. Get the door shut. I think we are ready to move. Put ourselves into gear will help. There we go. And onwards we go to Bremen. We've only got 85 kilometres to go now. That break was quite late in the journey schedule. Also it's now saying Bremen, there we are. The GPS thing that was tripping out a little bit there. It's figured itself out eventually. There we go. There seems to be an accident there on the left. Tanker is overturned. Not on fire though, just had a bit of a crash. Overturned trailer. 70 kilometres to go. Just get round this tanker here. Make sure they're clear. We have got a car coming up on the left. A van. Wait for them to pass. And out we go. Try and get past these slow moving lorries. We're a little bit quicker than them. Making sure that that van isn't about to pull out and overtake. Like so. There we go. Right. Give ourselves some space. We'll duck back in here. That van is coming up on the left. The white one. Not the same van, different one. Why has he done that? I thought he was going to overtake that lorry. He didn't. Pulled in behind it as well. Alright, okay. I want to get into lane. This one. Get in the right lane. I don't want to be caught out. No, well, it is telling me to be on the... I don't know. The GPS is sort of telling me I need to get over to this lane. Left-hand lane. Don't know why. Looks like there's a football stadium or something over on the right hand side there. That looks like some kind of football stadium. I seems to be careful here so I don't crash into the back of that truck. We are now in Bremen. There's a sign saying welcome to Bremen. .3 kilometres to go to our final stop. We'll just stay in this lane for now. We are coming off the next junction. Like so. Taking a right here. Oh, I thought we were going to just hit the back of that truck then. We didn't. Doing alright, we're doing alright. There's a copper there as well, so we need to be careful. We're now in Bremen itself. And we're speeding, so we just need to slow down. 50 is the limit. So we drive through Bremen itself to the coach station. Green light there, so we're good. Taking a right. Gives gives ourselves plenty of room to get round, because we're quite a long coach. There we go. Nicely done. Going left here. And the coach station has now appeared on our little sat-nav screen there. We're going a bit quick again. Stop for the red light, which just changed as we approached it. And right again. Not hit the cop car. Here's our stop. We have arrived ahead of schedule, it would seem, by over an hour. Which is not bad. Not bad going at all. Turn everything off. We'll get the doors open. All the passengers are off. They're waiting for their luggage, so we'll open the luggage doors, which we didn't lock. But it should be alright. Oh, there wasn't any luggage in there anyway, unless it's all fallen out. Oh, they've got it. And they're good to go. It's telling me to get back into the bus. But that is the end of our journey and the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. As always, you are all appreciated. If you haven't liked and subscribed, then please do so. It does help me out. And I will see you on the next one. Take care for now. Bye bye.